we ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is Growing Up Again, a podcast where we navigate the pains and joys of adulthood through the eyes of guests from different generations.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Growing Up Again. Join us as we discuss our personal journeys through life by opening up about the wins, the losses, and the pivotal moments. I'm your host, Nicole, and today I'm joined by Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Nicole.
Thank you for being here. Would you like to start by telling our audience a bit about yourself?
Yes, of course. So I'm Kevin. I am a coach in CB. How about it says CB3, CB2? Anyway, it's CB, creative business, for 3 years already, I guess. Almost 3 years. And next to that, I am freelancing. So I'm mostly teaching marketing, content analysis. And I have my own company together with my best friend. A marketing company, mostly. That's about it.
Thank you. In today's episode, we will be talking about everything you need to know about dating. So this should be a fun one.
Oh, the notes.
Before we start, in our previous episode, we were talking about the panic years and everything that we are afraid of or panic about during our 20s. So in this box, we have some questions that our previous guests wrote down that we would like you to answer for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I can just take
Yeah, you can take them out and then...
both?
Yeah, both of them are
Okay.
yeah, so you can just read it out loud and then if you have...
Okay, so do I need to worry with getting a job? Oh.
Yeah, that's something we worry about.
So that's basically a question coming from you guys.
Yeah, from the guest of that episode.
Aha. And is that like specifically tailored to media industry or?
Just in general.
No, I don't think you should be afraid. Oh, worry. It's like worried, not being afraid. But no, I don't think you should worry too much. I feel like if you're passionate and you have skills, there's always work. And whether that will be, working for a company or freelance work, if there's ambition, then there's always work. I believe that's, yeah. So I don't think you have to be worried about that. Especially not in the media industry, no.
Perfect. So we're covered.
So next one?
Yeah.
Ooh. As a person in my late 20s, I still feel like I have no control of what I'm doing and where I'm heading. And I still feel like a kid in a grown-up body. Does it get a bit clearer in your 30s?
I wrote that, I'm sorry.
No, it's a good question though. It depends actually about. I think it depends on what it is about. It's like I have no control of what I'm doing and where I'm heading. That can mean a lot, right? That can if it is job related, work related. I would say. I think it gets better because at one point in your life, you also have to go in a certain direction. Also because you need to live and to earn money to live, so to say. So at one point, you will just focus on a certain track. And you don't necessarily stay on that track. I mean, you can swift, but I think still I'm a person that is also really... I do have a lot of interests. And that's why I'm also really... I really want to freelance because that gives you so much opportunities, so to say, and to have a really diverse range of stuff you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, I hate to be focused on only one thing. But if it's about life, I don't think it gets better in your 30s.
Okay, well...
I think, but it depends maybe on your life and what kind of life you're living. I mean, whether you're single, in a family, having children, that's a different focus in life, asking different things of you in life. So I guess that control and knowing where you're heading to is really linked to that. I mean, if you're alone, single, no children, no family, you have a lot of freedom. And you have a lot of, you have a lot of options.
Sure.
What you're going to do with that freedom. It can be really difficult sometimes, I would say.
12.
Long answer.
Yeah.
into a long question.
I hope this has been answered. I would guess. Okay. So, looking back at your 20s, could you describe how the dating scene was back then?
The dating scene, for me personally, like how
Or just how you saw people like when they were in their 20s and like dating? How was it?
okay, I think complicated. I saw a lot of friends as well. A few of my best friends struggling a lot with dating, really having a hard time. Also, really wanting to meet someone and share life with someone, and constantly bumping into dickheads, so to say. So like, yeah, constantly meeting with the wrong people, and I think I had that as well, I would say. So in your 20s, you're also still figuring out what you want to a lot, I guess. But if you really know that already, then it's hard to find someone that has that as well, I would say. So complex. But yeah, for me personally, I went a bit in and out relationships, so to say. So then in between, I dated, of course. But I also was with someone for a while. That obviously have a different focus. Yeah.
Do you have any like memorable dating stories that you would like to share? I mean, if you know your friends' stories, then you can share.
Yeah. Oh, I should have thought about this. Oh, I have to think about this. Remember, there must be something that's like ridiculous. Cool. I don't know. It's just, I mean, if you go on a date, it's just really see whether you are aligned somehow. I don't think I easily fall in love. So I think I had a lot of days I would be like, oh gosh, this is what a drag. And now I have to sit this through it all. Can I go? Like,
Yeah.
But I'm back in my 20s more than now. Actually, last year or two, I got less of a people pleaser, but I was more of a people pleaser in my 20s. So I would never be honest about it on the spot, although I thought about it. And yeah, that's it, I guess. I also, I mean, obviously you all sometimes meet someone in life, not per se for a long-term relationship, if you get what I mean. And then I had it once and I was like, oh no, hell no. I'm sorry, there was a mistake. Can you please go?
Next.
I got something.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, I went on a date, I think months back, decades ago. But I went on a date months back and like I didn't want to go on the date. It was more like an experience. And I was like, I know I'm an amazing person. So I didn't be able to feel up by going on a date with him. I was like, this is more for them than it is for me. So then I went, it was like all fine, but then the person was smoking and I didn't have a problem with the smoking. Like it's fine. But like they kept taking out the cigarettes. I was like, are you okay? You keep smoking. And they're like, oh, I quit smoking. And I was like, it's in your head. It's like, yeah, I just thought like you make me nervous. So like I bought the cigarettes. So I was like, sir, so we haven't like met in person. This is our first time. So did you buy them knowing I was gonna make you nervous? So I was just like, this is very awkward. If I'm already making you nervous and like you don't know me, I'm like, it's not gonna work.
I said like maybe he was a bit ashamed and he didn't want to admit that he actually smokes.
I mean, I didn't like preface the thing by saying I don't have a problem with it, so you're good. If you smoke, it's okay. I'm not against it. But like he kept taking a cigarette after one after the other, and I was like,
yeah,
is this okay?
Yeah,
it was cool. But then what else happened? That I was like, no. Oh yes, he was talking about like the music he liked, and he was talking about himself the whole time. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. This is for you, not for me. So I'll humor you. And then he was like, yeah, I listen to a lot of like hip hop music. And then, he went in my class live. I think I was a black person. That's when I was like,
What?
okay.
Oh, that's so melting.
I was like, what am I supposed to say about that? So I said, thank you. I'm going to give the bill. It's okay.
That's what you did?
I was like, where's the waiter? I just did this. And he's like, oh, do you want to go? I said, yes. So, yeah.
It's also brave to stand up at that moment. I was always quite difficult with that, actually, because I have like very small things that I can be irritated about, or like the turn-offs, right? A bad, like a breath or clothing style that is really so far from what I think is attractive or nice. And I know that the person can still be nice, but that already makes me think like, no.
Oh, that's
next.
Like, at first check your fingers and your teeth.
Yeah. Oh, my fingers are.
No, I'm a nail visor as well, but like, at
No, we
least
can
they
say
should be
it
like
more.
dirt or something like that. Some people have dirt under the.
Yeah, okay.
Something.
Yeah, that's not possible for me.
Yeah.
That's why I buy them.
No, you're good. You're good. You're fine. Okay. So
Oh, wait, sorry. And also, sorry.
It's okay.
That's also for me very important. If you have no love for cinema or film at all, I had that also. That I also how you say it? Call it quits after the first date. In some ways, yes, but not in.
I didn't even know about that, but like, I think I would also be like, no,
I think about that. Yeah.
thank you. I think if you don't have something related to things I like, then it's not. I know people say opposites attract, but no. I know that societal norms can influence like the way that people date and stuff. So, what influence has tradition or culture, like cultural expectations played in like dating in your 20s, or do you think it plays a role in like dating?
I think you already gave a good example yourself for it. So be educated at certain points. Yeah, and also I think I dated a while with someone from a different nationality. That's interesting to me. I like that because you can explore, different traditions, different cultures. I don't think any others. Do I miss elements then maybe about like what could it be?
Some culture I don't know if it's cultural, but like I think as a society we already have in terms of, well, I think for example if it's like between like a man or woman, we're usually like, oh, the guy has to pay for the date or something like that.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
I find very funny because when you say you dated someone from, in my head I realized to be like, did you tiki them after the date? Because I never Dutch people to that.
I'm always very generous. If I take someone on a date, I pay. And that's just because I want to. And just because I like but if someone else is actually, I never really experienced that with that ticky thing. Never. So someone would like maybe have the same intention. I remember that we sometimes fought about paying, like who's the first to take the credit card out, and then the first one that puts it on the pin thingy, base or something, because then we both wanted to pay. So I actually never experienced any awkward things with ticks. Oh my God, no, that would be really a no-go for me. Come on. Imagine we'd get a ticky after a date.
So this was fun. Let's never do it again.
Yeah. No, that would be sad. No. I can imagine like if you, for example, you go on a second or third date, and I did that, and we went to an escape room, for example. Then maybe you would say like, "Hey, shall we, in this together?" Or like more in a casual way, but not speaking about it as Sunny and Tiki. Oh, no, that's.
You'd be surprised. A lot of
I never had.
in Dutch, me and you
Did
saying to.
This is I never. Yes. Would be a good way to end a date if you don't like someone. Oh, by the way, here's a Tiki. Instead of saying this is not gonna work. Oh no.
I've been.
Then you're a prick.
And did you ever feel like any certain pressure, like in terms of meeting like certain standards when you were dating?
Oh yeah.
How pressure did you feel?
I don't know. You can only make a first impression once, right? So you always think about it. And I also think that's the fun. That you're a bit stressed about it. But I think personally, I had quite a tough year last year, and I learned a lot. So so I told you like last year I had quite a tough year on personal level, and I think I'm a bit stronger in standing for what I want or something, and know a bit more about who I am and what I need. So I was a bit more stressed about what my impression would be.
Were you stressed about like you as a person, or you stressed like, am I gonna say the right thing? Am I gonna be like?
I think more about imagine they walk in and they'd be like, ugh, that looked different. I would see that someone thinks that's my fear. Was my fear always, I guess. So it's a bit insecurity. I think about how you look and if someone would like you or not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so irrelevant. That's so not necessary. I mean, if it's the case that a person doesn't like you, then you have your answer, right? That's
sure. Yeah, but then we move on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very difficult, but I would assume it's difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I mean, I was rejected in the past. And I think in the past, I would have more difficulties about it than now. Yes.
Yeah. Like, there's always this, like, oh, how do I...
But, like, I haven't had a serious date for a while, actually. But when I used to have, I was always like, oh, what was I worried about? You know? Like, oh, that's work to do. Yeah.
Oh my God. So do you ever like need to lay like, no, well, I can work with this. We can somewhere, because I think
mostly always.
Okay, good. Because I feel like you are someone who's into clothing and fashion. So you're like, my friend is always telling me, like, she's like, oh my God, this person is cute. I'm like, oh, but the shoes. But
yes.
I'm like,
and my friends always keep on telling me, yeah, but Kevin, you should look at the person as well. And I mean, if you really want to find someone that fits you, you shouldn't only focus on clothing. No.
But I'm not still. As long as he doesn't show me the pictures, can it all?
I mean, yeah. Still, I have difficulty if you come like no.
Yeah.
It needs.
No.
I always say like if someone comes up with this like Jack and Jones style, I'll be like, damn, that's a bit.
Yeah. No. Because skinny jeans are to that balance are very strong. Look, why skinnies? Why are you wearing skinny jeans?
It's always skinny jeans are out.
And for me, I've seen people who wear skinny jeans and they're like the buffest person and they're wearing skinny jeans. And I'm like, why? They don't. First, they'll probably take like a size smaller than what they actually have. And I'm like, please don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Also a time for not wearing skinny jeans anymore. Yes. Yeah. But you see that often with people that have no clue what they're doing with and that's fine. I mean, again, that's fine. I am a very good friend. He doesn't give a shit about clothing.
Mm-hmm. That's the person.
That doesn't say anything about him as you know, as a person, like whether he is smart or is a good person, nothing. But yeah, to find someone that you want to share more with than friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel like if you get involved with someone, you want to have that person already have some sort of sense of style. You don't want to...
Yeah.
Then, okay, you should buy this, you should wear this.
No, I hate that.
Look, you need the person to come already, like, they know.
Yeah, with their own style. And also, I don't want to, like, you don't have to overthink about what you're wearing. That's also what I do. But there's a certain vibe to it or style to it, like, at least you have, I don't know.
Some sense of...
Yeah, not totally off, let's say. Yeah. Well, there's days where those are not involved, you know. Then it wasn't. Then I worry about other stuff.
Yeah. First dates can be both exciting and nerve-wracking, and you did say, sometimes having nerves is good.
Yeah.
So how do you handle like those initial butterflies when you're meeting someone?
Uncomfortable situations, like not in a way like I can be really socially awkward, so that's not always something I love. But in terms of dating, yeah, not knowing what to expect and exploring also. Yeah, I like that. I do like to feel nerves because otherwise life would also be boring. I mean, I also have it in work for sometimes. I mean, sometimes when I have to give a lecture, I'm also a bit nervous, but that makes me sharp. So in dating, yeah, I do like to experience a bit of nerves. It would be weird if you were being, I don't know, it would be weird if you're sitting there totally comfortably like, okay, yeah. I mean,
So you should accept the nerves, like
yeah, and I think also to see how other people deal with nerves and how they are when feeling nerves says also something about who they are. Some sort of a naked moment, right? So you cannot really pretend, although you try to. I can always see through it. So that probably goes for me.
Would you admit that you're nervous?
Yes.
Sister?
I think so. I can make a joke about it. Don't see. So it's for me, it's almost impossible to hide my nerves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think telling someone you're nervous is kind of like a disclaimer, like a, just so you know, I'm a bit nervous, so that they're not expecting you to
I can do that.
just not.
And sometimes it's already shown before I can even tell. I always eat a banana before. Did you know a banana was good for nerves? Yeah. I did acting school right before it. I did a lot of castings over the last 10 years, I guess. No, actually, yeah. And I always ate a banana before I went into a casting.
Note to self, start taking or eating bananas before a date or when you're nervous in general. I will get back to you if that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already mentioned that, you want someone who has, or ideally who has a sense of style. Do you have any other red flags when it comes to dating?
Yes.
Do you want to share?
Yes. I think passion, ambition is really important for me. So if you really have no clue what you want to do in life, that's not so attractive to me. So there needs to be a certain drive or something that's interesting for me also to, I don't know, be inspired with or something. I like that. When someone has a clear like goal or ambitions in life, that is really important. I don't like egocentric people, so I always look at how. Obviously, I was really bad at this because I picked the wrong people in the past. But let's say I
Okay.
would actually be successful, then I would really look at how empathetic someone is. Because if you're really like egocentric, self-focused, I hate that. And you can sense that already quite early. Although everyone tries to be the best version, and very often a version that you're actually not on the first date. So you can never say too much about a first date other than how you felt with someone or how someone looked. Because character-wise, everyone is showing that's also what I try to do if I date now. I would really be myself, because there's no use to be someone else, because in the end that will show after a few dates. You will be more, at one point you will show a side of you that you maybe wouldn't show on the first date, if you get what I mean. So yeah. That's also hard about first dates. You only know after a while.
You mentioned that you want someone who's passionate or is driven.
Yes.
Is this now, or was this always the case even
Always.
in 20s?
Always. I think I'm the kind of person that always knew what he wanted. Although that changed over time, can be. But I knew already from an early age what I wanted in life, what I dreamt of, what I want to work towards. That hasn't really changed. actually. And I don't say other people need to have that too, but too often I spend too much time with some relationships or dates that took on for too long because they were actually not really interesting people. But then you want it too much, if you get what I mean. Sometimes you cannot change someone, and you also shouldn't have to. And if there's not enough to be, be like, okay, that person should be able to bring something to my life as well, not the other way around only. So that's important. And another red flag actually is for me, because I'm a vegan.
Oh,
That's really important. So I don't say that my date per se has to be vegan. I don't say that because I don't want to force anything on someone. I mean, I'll educate them. But, but still, if I would date that someone is like eating like his meat or not be respectful in that manner, I call it quits. Yeah.
do you know what I'm just imagining? You go to like a place that sells like tapas.
Yeah.
And then they have like chicken wings.
Yes.
Some ribs.
Yes.
They're like, hi.
Yes, that would be difficult. I wouldn't say if there was no situation where I already told like I'm vegan or plant-based or whatever, then probably I would accept it. But if and it's still on meat, I mean, you can also eat meat on a different day then, right? So if you cannot respect that moment, just to be like, okay, you know what, I'll adjust for today at least. You can still make your own decisions in that. That's like respectful. I mean, I would be no. And oh my God, no. I learned from my last relationship, actually. Never do that again. Yes.
So what happens, just, let's say if you then go on a date with someone and they're like, they don't eat or they're lactose intolerant, then you're not going to have dairy on that date?
I am lactose intolerant.
Oh,
sorry.
He's a perfect man for right now. But wait, as it work.
But imagine that. No, I think that's a different thing than eating a hump of meat in front of a vegan is something else than if someone is lactose intolerant. Then
You just eat cheesecake.
You get what I mean?
No, but like some people are vegans for like different reasons, It's not just, there are people, majority who are like, yeah, ethically and morally. Yes, they're like, no. And then other people are like, oh, it's just a diet or lifestyle they want to take.
Yeah.
So
I expect my date to be respectful with that.
So they can't even order any meat.
Preferably not, no. You look very...
I'm glad there's no meat yet.
You would eat it on the spot?
I wouldn't order like the most like meaty dish, right? But like, let's say it's a pasta restaurant and then it's like, I don't know, chicken and mushroom, like pasta. Then
it depends. If you have a good clothing style, I would tolerate. It depends how worse the best is.
Well, now I'm thinking, wow, I actually never like had to put that in mind because we're my dating. But that's actually interesting. Oh wow,
I would do the same. Like, I think that also I respect people's choices, so I would adjust, I guess. And I don't say that for the rest of your life you should also be influenced by that. I mean, you have your own life, you should have. But I don't know. I like when it is already clear that I'm a vegan, then I wouldn't really respect you to order meat. That's not really my cup of tea.
So will you ever be with a partner that eats meat?
Yeah. Yes, I was not very loyal to my own principles anymore because I was alone. That changes somewhat. Yeah, no, actually, yes. And actually, that person left meat in my own fridge. And I had to throw it away. So that happened often. Yeah, it was such a turn on. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
The sex was good. No.
Okay. We will go on. I think if you don't respect like people in general, and like if you're a very if you discriminate, like I know some people like to jump on to the topic of politics on dates. I'm like, dude, I don't even know your surname, chill. But like, if you don't just respect every kind of person, that's a no.
Yeah.
For me,
I get.
yeah. What's also a red flag? Skinny jeans. I think I can't even call them a ick. Like if you're wearing skinny jeans, goodbye. Thank you.
Yes.
But I think it depends though.
Well, there's.
Cause if you're a girl and you're wearing skinny jeans, I mean now I know I'm like attacking guys with that. But if you're a gym bro and you're wearing skinny jeans, you are actually like they're so tight, they constrict.
It looks so awful.
So terrible. I think I don't know if this is a red flag or more of an ick, but if you have a backpack, I don't know.
A backpack.
Yeah.
Like-
the basic fit, but yeah, like a backpack.
The basic fit bag.
Yeah, like that. Okay, basic fit one is a automatic red flag, but like if you have a backpack, that's an ick. No, can't do a backpack. You can have like a tote bag or like a laptop bag, but a backpack,
Well, a backpack, like a travel backpack.
yeah, like a travel one or just like a so.
What is mine?
Yeah, the lot of I mean,
I wear it always off shoulder.
okay, it's fine, you know.
I mean, I need to carry it long off.
But it's not like a red flag. That's more like
You know what that's like for me is? These little, a tote bag. These.
But I think the pants are so cool. They are like useless. Like, why do you need that actually? Like, sorry for those. Very so
Starting so asexual.
But like, if you have like broad shoulders, then you can carry a tote bag. It's me with my shoulder when it's falling. But
I hate it in general. No, I don't like it.
I think
It feels like you're a collector on the secondhand market. Just bloody hell.
so. We will never catch you with a tote bag.
No.
I think if you carry tote bags, I think that's the most sexiest thing you can do in your life.
I
I
have
a bit like carry tote.
I have tote bags. I also always give them away to my friends if they have to bring like I don't know food that is left or so I give them my tote bags.
And it's also sustainable, guys.
Yeah, but that doesn't look great. I mean, there's my red flag too.
Okay.
But I also don't like people that are really like over friendly. You get what I mean?
So if you're on your date with me, not with the waitress. Yeah, that's how. You mean like you're on a date with me, so stop paying attention to the waitress or like to this.
No. I mean like to really like show like, oh, look how lovely I am and how well I treat other people and also to really and also like I like to be a bit I would be really careful with the words and if you cannot say like God damn it or like I don't know, I just like a bit of rough language. I don't mind.
No, but I understand.
I mean, come on. It's just, yeah. And I like a good laugh. Also an ugly laugh can be a turn off. Yes. That's also a turn off. And when someone is obsessed with their body.
You actually met someone who's obsessed with their body or with themselves. Narcissistic? I haven't. No, is that it? But
yes. Yeah.
oh, so sad.
No, it's just, I don't care. I mean, yes, I had that, yeah.
I think I'm somewhat of a narcissist. You are, but not enough. I'm better than you if someone there's only enough thank yous I can say when you keep telling me and say.
When I go to the gym 3 times a week, and always while I'm in the dressing room, the locker room, how do you call it? And there's always these guys, they're in front of the mirror and they go on each other. And then they're gonna stand next to each other, make pictures. And I was changing. I was like, oh, I feel so awkward for them. And I was changing, and I was taking a shower, and I went back from the shower, put my clothes on, and they were still standing there. And then I was like, that is something I'm so allergic to, not only in dating, but just in general. Imagine that would be your date. I mean, I don't even think they date themselves probably. They're so in love with themselves. That is something I really am allergic to. So if I see any of these narcissistic signs, I would run away. But a good buddy is still nice.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Kevin, for coming. I'm sure everyone here can agree with me that it was very insightful. We laughed a lot.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable. unfortunately, they won't be like a second date, but it's okay.
All these red flags. Good luck with that if you're dating her. I mean, if you need some advice, call me. I know all the ins and outs. Nicole.
Oh my God.
No dogs. Take the first move.
But yeah, thanks.
Skinny jeans. I can't go on for hours.
Yeah. But you're free to eat meat when you're with me, so it's okay.
And if you don't, you can read. You need to be pretty, have a good style, and, have something to offer. This is my number.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show and it was very insightful for you. Make sure to catch us on matters.frl for our next episode.